Okay, stack and steal. With stack and steal, each player is dealt 7 cards. Normal gameplay, those cards will be hidden from all the other players, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to have those cards facing up so we can watch how gameplay works. Once every player is dealt 7 cards, 1 card is taken off to start the burn pile. The first player has the option of either taking that card or pulling another card from the deck. Once a player adds a card to their hand, they must put one back on every turn. So if this player looks and says they can't find anything that fits, they'll place that down and draw one from the pile. Now, in the event that the one from the pile doesn't really work with the cards in their hand, they'll put that down on the burn pile. On every turn, a player is trying to get rid of their cards by connecting the word families in their hand. So in this case, we have a possible play, 2 cards that have a word in common. That player will place that card down face up, facing the other players, and say word. The next player will follow the same process. They can either take the card from the burn pile or they can draw a card from the deck. So they'll go through their hand and see if this card will improve their hand, and then remove a card that they don't want and place that on the burn pile. Now that player has the option of connecting word families themselves. These 2 cards possibly have a word in common. They'll place those down facing all the other players and say word. If another player wants to challenge whether or not those 2 cards have a word in common, they will say word. So since the game is called stack and steal, players can stack additional cards on top of the word families that they connected or word families that other players have connected. Here, this player has a wild card, so they can pretty much attach it to any stack. In this case, they can attach it to their own, but they're also able to stack and steal a group of cards from another player and say, that's my word. Those points and cards then belong to that player. Words can be stolen at any time in the game. Players have to pull a card on every turn and drop a card onto the burn pile unless it's their last turn. For full rules and gameplay variations, visit us at SAYWORDgame.com.